Hey, everybody. Happy to be here on this holiday weekend. If you're in the US, we're going to have an interesting chat today with artist Simone Di Meo. If you recall, we had Simone on last November during the 8th Comic Art Live, and we had a panel, but we were limited to about 45, 50 minutes for that. So we thought we'd have him back. And today we're going to I get to talk to him about a little bit about his career, a little bit about his techniques that, kind of highlight the fact that he's one of the more creative and dynamic guys out there today. But also, we're going to be doing an art sale, and we'll talk a little bit with them about that. That'll happen probably within 30 minutes of the show. We don't want to keep you guys here too long today. But here, let me bring both gentlemen in. We've got Mr. Simone Di Meo and
Hi.
his good friend, Mr. Matt Ditullio. Hey, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hi, Bill. How are you?
I am doing very well, actually, feeling well
Good.
rested, and yeah, I've had a pretty good few days. Things are going well. How about you guys?
Good. Yeah.
Can't
Amazing.
complain.
We haven't seen you since OAX, Simone.
Yeah.
I assume you've been very busy since that time.
Yeah. Some pages, some covers, some conventions, some commissions. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Ants, how you doing, man?
Hey, Anthony.
Yeah, we got a lot of people in the chat already. So yeah, like I mentioned, we had you on for a short period of time on the panel back in November, and of course, a lot of people got to meet you when they went to OAX as well. But we didn't get a chance to talk too much. So I thought, nobody sent me any questions in advance of this, so I get to just throw softballs up there and let you hit them out of the park every time. But one of the things, you're a young guy, but you've been in the business for like 10 years now, right? I mean, right around, at least as far as the start. So I didn't realize that. I feel like it's really been in the last like 3 or 4 years where your name has been, out there, and it's probably, in large part due to, the work that you've been doing with DC, and you've been incredibly, busy with them. But how did you get your start? I mean, I had no idea you had been, you had done some professional work, 10 years ago.
Yeah. So it's like 11 this year. It's insane. Yeah, but I started my career as an inker, so not just a penciler, but just an inker. And I did a lot of work for Disney here in Italy, for Mickey Mouse paper. Is like a famous, is so famous here. And I start working with Mickey Mouse 10 years ago as an inker of a lot of good Italian artists, but here in Italy. And after a couple of years, try to focus on the US market because it's something that I love. So I'm a big fan of superheroes, big fan of creator-owned series in US. So after a couple of years, I started working with Elena Casagrande and other Italian artists work for US as an inker, as an assistant. So and page after pages, I'm thinking to, okay, maybe I can start drawing something. And yeah, and for my first US publisher work is like a couple of covers of Doctor Who for Titan Comics, but like 10 years ago, 9 years ago right now. And after that, I tried every year to grab my portfolio and doing New York Comic Con every year and doing portfolio review with Marvel, Boom Studios, and other publisher. And after like 3 or 4 years, Marvel asked me to work on Old Man Logan, and Boom Studios asked me to work on Power Rangers regular series. And so my career begin is something that I love to tell. And for like the last 6 years, I worked every day of my life. So it's something cool. Sometimes it's hard because the US market is like powerful and you need to work so hard, but it's something that I really love it because I don't know, I love to work on this industry. I love to work on this type of story with superheroes, with a lot of amazing writer, editors, publishers. So it's my life right now. and I'm so happy.
Well, it was surprising when I always kind of, before I do an interview, I check comics.org to see the list of credits. And, on page one, we get to like 2021 and, the work on the Harley Quinn, right? And then you have two other pages after that. So, that's only a 4-year window. And you don't usually see that where there is that many things that you've, titles that you worked on, even if it's just, a cover for a book. That's still quite a lot of work to do in a 3-year window. I mean, and with you coloring your work as well, at least in the Batman and Robin series, I don't know how you kind of keep the pace, because your work is the style is very involved. I wouldn't say it's a slow process, but I mean there's a lot of work involved. So I don't know how do you never get up from your drawing table?
Yeah, something like that. So I sleep not a lot in the past years. But when DC asked me to doing, because when I worked for Marvel, I did like All-Man Logan, Venom annual, Hulk annual, and Champion series, but never did covers for Marvel. Just one or two, maybe just a couple. And I started working with DC during my creator-owned series period. So we only find them when they're dead with All Ewing and Boom Studios. And DC asked me to work with Harley Quinn, a crazy period because 2 series in the same month. So it's too much, but yeah, I did my best. And in the same time, DC and Ben Abernathy, my best editor, asked me to try to do some covers. And from the beginning, I start working on the cover for years because it's something that I really love to do. And it's something that I do today. So I love doing covers. I love doing tier art. And DC gave me an amazing opportunity in the past years. And I just try to do my best. Sleep not too much, but try to do my best.
Simone, do you think it might have been, we're very lucky to have you in the industry because everybody that might not know, I mean, when you went to school, you were going to be a biologist. So we're very thankful that you decided to, but maybe it would have been less work being a biologist. Who knows? We're not too sure. Would have had more sleep, but maybe not as fun either.
Yeah.
No, well, I did not know that, but it's funny. Human Spider said we need to see some of your where was it? I'm sorry, I missed it right here. There we go. We need to see some of your Disney work now.
Oh no, guys, no. No, it's old. No, guys, please don't research on Google, nothing. Don't research for my old work. Just the last 3, 4, 5 years at the top. Not older, please. So just to improve for this reason. Don't research my old work.
Art book now of just Mickey Mouse. You just go back and it's your level now. Just draw all the Disney characters.
No, I did a lot of other work like Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, and other title that I love to share, but not Mickey Mouse, not something like that, please.
That's yeah. I was thinking the same thing, but I get it. That's 10 plus years ago. So I'm sure your style, everybody has to adapt to Disney style. So it's probably not stuff that you want to.
No, because when I worked for Disney, I worked as an inker, so I don't need to adapt my drawing technique or something like that, but just use an amazing brush technique and work on other pencilers. So, but I think like a year after start working on inking to draw Disney, and I create some sample pages, but guys, not good. Absolutely. I'm not proud of it. So I'm good right now.
I saw in the chat Matt kind of answered this question, but the Comics Den had wanted to know: does Simone have any cards planned for Upper Deck's new DC line? I mean, I know that's been in the news of late, and I think it's pretty exciting for DC fans, right? Because we've been so fortunate to have so many years of Marvel-related trading cards, out there through various publishers over the years, but DC's kind of been lacking in that. So I assume if the opportunity presented itself, that'd be something you'd be interested in tackling.
Yeah, I mean, some emails have been sent. We're going back and forth. But what was really awesome was with the launch of the line, because I've been a Marvel card collector for a long time, as you said, Bill. Like, what was really great is when they launched it, they actually used Batman and Robin #1. So as the stock image, they used Simone's very first cover for Batman and Robin, which was really great. I still think from what I've heard, on the emailing back end, there's still a lot of things being planned and a lot of things being laid out. I think in the beginning, it might be some, recycled art to get this, the card started and the sets going. But then I think more inserts are going to become original art. And then eventually whole sets like Marvel Masterpiece will be all created original art just for the sets. So I think, like you said, it's a very big step for DC, and it's a good thing for their collectors because the card market and the collectability of the cards in the recent years has gone through the roof. So very smart, and I think it would be great to get Simone to be able to do some amazing trading card art.
I love it.
I think we all agree. Yeah, that's true. I mean, DC's they're finally going to have some artist editions coming out. All of that. It's they're catching on, which is a good thing. Stingray mentioned in the chat that I wasn't really aware of your work until the Boom Studios. We only find them when they're dead. So everybody, I think I remember that was the one you said you were doing, I think in conjunction with the Harley Quinn, right? Yep. Incredible. So back to, I mean, I've seen some of your process, right? As far as just, kind of taking idea to finished traditional piece. And do you do a lot of the work initially digitally, just to kind of rough things out, conceptualize things, or back and forth a bit?
So sometimes I use some piece of paper for the ideas, just a quick pencil or something like that. Or maybe sometimes when I have to do a fast work, I'm just thinking an idea. So I'm just stay on my sofa and thinking a lot of idea. And after, grab my iPad or Wacom Cintiq and start to sketching. And I use the digital for the layout and a quick pencil. And after, I just use my traditional to finish the piece, inking, use some gray tones sometimes, some screen tones or sponge technique, all my traditional technique after I have to scan. Normally, usually for the covers, I color myself. So I color in digital. And usually I color myself on the interior pages if I have the time, because sometimes it's hard to find the right time. But yeah, normally this is my my line to do a piece. So traditional sketch maybe sometimes, yeah, maybe or digital, and after all the inking traditional. Yes.
Very cool. So I assume those are some prelims, Matt?
Yeah, I had a couple laying around. Here was a Spider Gwen he did. So some of the, some of the things are all done digital on the Cintiq, and then some of them is pencil and paper, for the ideas for the layout. I think it's a little back and forth, but what he's able to do on both and how he's been able to transition his background as an inker to bring things over to digital to then translate them to traditional, I think is one of the things for me that when we started working together really set him apart, because there was a ability to, I think in some cases, there's some people that can only work in digital or some people that can only work in traditional. I think being able to harmonize both also helps him be able to do what you were talking about earlier and speed things up, because there's no way he could do the workload that he's doing now if every single piece that he was doing was, a thumbnail, then a prelim, then a sketch, then a prelim, then a traditional. So I think, digital has its place, but being able to do both is extremely important.
Yeah.
Certainly from a workflow standpoint, it's good to be able to do both. I think the idea that you like say within Batman and Robin, where you're coloring everything as well. I assume when you're doing the black and white work, where you're putting ink to paper, And are you thinking about the color at that point? Are you thinking about what you're going to do when you go in to finally, you know, put the colors in, so you kind of know where you where you can spot a black or avoid it because you know what you're going to be doing later?
Sometimes yes, but usually no, because I prefer to focus myself on every phase of my work. So if I have to prepare a page, a finished inking page, I prefer just to thinking about, okay, if I because sometimes if I thinking to the final version, the color version, the risk is like that I don't do like some black zone, some details, and I prefer to doing my best to every phase of work. So I'm just thinking, okay, I have to inking, do my best right now, and after the Simone of the future, thinking about the color. So yeah, yeah, I try
No,
just
that
to
makes sense. Well,
yeah
I was
because
reading through, you know, like the first
yeah
five
yeah
issues,
and the
and I saw how you would, you know, you were doing a lot of your highlighting and
yeah
you know, with color, right? So just
yeah
highlighting a, you know, say Batman, it's sort of in a silhouette, but there'd be a blue light because he's looking at some monitor or something, and I could tell that I would be able to go back and look at the traditional piece. I wasn't quite sure, you know, were you, did you know you were going to do that, or was that just something that happened when you got in there as Simone the colorist?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the reason, the other reason is like sometimes when in the last couple of issues, when we don't have the time to color myself, when I don't have the time to color myself, I need to just doing my best work for colorists. So every time I do my best to inking in just in case. But it's just because I love to inking. I love the traditional result, and just just try to have some fun. And this is the reason, the primary reason.
So how did you, I don't recall when you first started coloring your own work, but um, was that a hard sell to DC to allow them, allow you to have control over that as well as you know, the inking? Had, you know, what kind of negotiating did you have to do to achieve that?
I
What do
think
you think?
go ahead, Simone.
Yeah, no, no, please, Matt. Sorry, because I just don't listen
Yeah.
very
So
well.
I think, you know, he was asking for you to be able to color your own pieces. Was that hard for you to tell DC that you wanted to do that and not use a colorist, or did they say
No,
it was okay because you wanted to do it on your own work?
yeah, when DC asked to me, I did my creator on series. We only find them when they're dead, and I did color for this series. So when my editor asked me to doing some covers, know my work, and ask me the same. So okay, if you want the same, I need to color myself. And DC tell me yes, sure, no problem. And it's so good because my editor is open to all my solutions. All my editors in DC is open to my solutions, to my tips about my work, to my crazy ideas sometimes. Because one time I did a cover for Batman, and I did in traditional with the acetate transparent paper, and for a double layout, a double layer, and I just tell this thing to the editor, and editor tell me, okay, maybe we can print in acetated. Okay, wow. Okay, I mean, so every time I have some ideas, I found good editors that listen to me and try to use the best solution to print, to help my ideas. So I'm a lucky guy.
Well, I think so. I mean, when I look at you know, definitely the Batman and Robin work, it's consistent. There's a consistent feel from beginning to end. It doesn't matter if they're at a school, or if they're in a car chase, or if they're
Yeah,
in the Batcave. There's a consistency with the way you color a page and the palette that carries through from beginning to end, and that's not something that you get, you know, to this degree, because
yeah,
it really, it's impressive when you go
yeah.
through
Thank you,
your
Bill.
work and
So
get to see all that.
I'm lucky because Joshua and Ben, my editor and the writer of the series, are really in with all my ideas, so when I talk about, okay guys, maybe in this part of the book we can change the color palette because we need more powerful, or we need more scary situations. So maybe I can add some red, I can add some blue, because for me color myself is like tell a story, because the color help to tell a story with the right colors, with the right choice. So I study a lot for this thing, the same for the inking and the same for the layout. Try to create different palette colors or different angle during my layout time to tell the best story. So sometimes I can, sometimes it's hard, but try to do my best for sure.
Very cool. So so what are you working on today? What do you have on your
today I worked on a variant cover for a DC book, and yesterday I did Detective Comics variant cover, and the day before another variant. No, yes, a Superman variant cover. So yeah, I'm working so hard on the covers right now, and I'm so lucky because DC give me a lot of work, and try to do my best. Just try to do my best.
And I think, Bill, with, to your question about when he is coloring his own work, I think when he does it and he has the layout and the composition exactly how he wants it, it's just much easier for him to immediately transition into him knowing, like, from this light source, I would like this to be blue to offset a Batman, like you were saying, like, has a consistent color palette, like you said, throughout the book. And then every once in a while you'll see a change. But the majority of the work that he does for the interiors of Batman and Robin, I think almost for about 80% of the book, you colored yourself, Simone?
Yeah.
And there are some issues where you can see that it wasn't him coloring it because it's not the same consistency all the way through. Once again, for time period. But I think once he gets going and he has the layout done and then he really starts coloring it in, it comes to life as he's rolling. He just has it pretty much mapped out in his mind, but he doesn't even know that future Simone knows exactly how to color it yet.
I assume you complete all the artwork for the book first before you do any coloring, right? I can't imagine you like doing 6 pages and then coloring them and then doing another 5 and coloring them. Yeah, you got to complete that one mindset side of things, doing all the inking and the techniques that you put into the pieces. So I saw some people laughing about the sponge idea, but we've all seen it. We've seen it in action at OAX. So what was the when did you turn to using something other than a brush or a pen, and deciding that using something like a sponge or other tool could give you the look and feel of the work that you want?
So I started my career as an inker. So I tried a lot of as a traditional inker. So I tried a lot of technique for years, and I improved myself to watch the original art in a different way. So I'm a collector, and I have some older Italian traditional pages from an artist. The name is Dino Battaglia. Is a older man. Is like from 60, and did some pages for Italian market. And I have a couple of pages, and so usually I have more manga influence because I'm reading a lot of manga in my life, so manga reader and superhero stuff. But from like 3 years that when I start collected some original art, I found these artists. So I know these artists from a lot of years, but I found the original art. And when I see for the first time, I saw a crazy good sponge technique. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe if I put some older technique with a new one technique like as a manga, I can create something different. So this is the reason because I start to work on with the sponge, because in my idea, if I understand very well some older technique, some traditional technique, and I put in something new, I can have something new again. So this is the reason because I start with this technique, and I'm so happy because it's something different. It's sometimes something hard in convention, absolutely hard because I need a lot of time to do. But it's something that, so I like to create something in traditional, and I like the result. I like to mask all the parts of the commissions, of the pages, of the cover. So help me to feeling better. So just try to put this technique on my pages, and yeah, it's good for me. So it's fun.
Yeah, I think for me, when I started watching him when we started working together.
So I have my sponge here.
Yeah.
So this is my sponge.
Between his freedom of willing to try different techniques. I mean, on commissions, he's doing screen tones, he's using zip, he's using a sponge, he's using all different types of techniques to give the best work he possibly can. And I think when I was watching him at a convention doing a commission and like pulled out the sponge, I'm like, wait a second, I never seen anything like this before. Like, and I actually asked him, I said, can I sit down next to you? And I just watched him do it because I never seen anybody do that at a studio or let alone at a convention, at a table in the middle of, thousands of people walking around you. And he's like, no, this is what I do to get this effect. And I see right here, this is where it needs it. So this is what I do. And really watching him be able to, discern where he's going to put the screen tones or where he's going to use the sponge and how he's going to make the effects that we all see at the end. It's really cool because he has a plethora of techniques that he uses, and he doesn't shy away from using them all in, different standpoints. Like he did a Black Panther headshot at OAX for one of our close friends, Otis, and he literally covered the entire head with screen tone and then just cut out the eyes and then sponged the eyes, and it gave it like a whole different like effect for the bust. So just him knowing where to use what technique and when to use it is also a super big strength of his. And then Dylan, I saw asked a really good question. Simone, what's your most treasured OA to date? I think I can see it behind you on top of your shoe collection back there.
I have a Alex Ross piece here.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite, but I don't know. Maybe I have a page from Sergio Toppi. Toppi is one of the best Italian artists for me, and and another one from Will Eisner that I love so much. So I have some favorite pieces. I don't remember all right now, but some are with me, or I don't know. So the recent one is Alex Ross, and I'm so happy because see the original technique from Alex Ross is something really crazy. But yeah, I have a couple plus. Yeah. So Bill, out of topic, because I saw the Fortnite piece from Matt, and yeah, this is my Fortnite piece, and I say thank you to Bill because I grabbed this work at IOX in January because an editor of Epic Game asked me at IOX to did this job, and I'm so happy because Fortnite is something really good for me, and yeah, I'm so happy, and I grabbed this job at IOX, and thank you. It's amazing.
Hey, my pleasure. Lots of great things happened at OAX. And seem to continue to be happening. And Kazra and I can't be happier to hear something like that. That's awesome. We're getting a lot of inquiries about OAX 2025 these days too. I'm putting them all off. We're going to be doing a lot of announcements after San Diego. We decided to let San Diego and the noise from that thing just do its own thing. And as soon as that's over, people can expect to see a lot of announcements coming out for next January's show. You were speaking about looking at Alex Ross's colors. I saw you inspired to ask the question about, have you ever done watercolors or other paints or, something other than digital inks or digital coloring, I should say?
It's something that I really thinking about. I started with the Copic Market colors for the first time some months ago. But I need more time to improve in traditional colors because I want to do my best. And if I can my best, it's something that I will try for sure. If not, doing inking, black and white, and maybe digital colors. But it's something that I'm thinking the next months to try to doing something in colors. Absolutely.
Well, Human Spider, I can say that I do know that he has one painted piece of Batman,
Oh,
and he
yes.
learned from a guy that was like not too shabby at painting, because he did take a workshop from Simone Bianchi in Florence to
Yeah.
learn a little bit how to paint. And it was amazing because all these people came to learn from Simone, and Simone obviously came as well. And they were at the pencil layout stage, and everybody's like submitting their pencil layout in to like get it done. And Simone comes over to hand it to Simone Bianchi. He's like, I don't need to look at yours. You can leave. He goes, you're all set. I don't need to check your pencils. But it's, it's cool. Like I said, I give Simone Di Meo an immense amount of credit because he's not scared to try new things. And there's a lot of, things going around in the industry today, or guys that have just found their niche and then they stay exactly there. And hey, that's amazing. But I think part of art is to forever be evolving and trying new things to maybe even get worse, because then you try something new, you're not great at it, and then you work to get better at it, and it bolsters your future things. And Simone doesn't shy away from that, and he's always trying new things. He just did his first ever what was it, 2 months ago, Simone, the Harley Quinn with the Joker, where you added in at that level with some Copic markers and adding in some of his own coloring. So sky's the limit. I could be painting, I could be doing markers, ink brushes, who knows? You can do it all.
Yeah, because I need to find new solution, because I try to stay focused and try to have fun. So I need to improve in all my techniques. I really need it. So for sure I will try.
Very cool. Well, speaking of new things, I wasn't familiar with Dino Battaglia or Battaglia as well, but Kazra spelled it out, because I know I actually spelled it wrong, but I'm glad he did that. But he mentioned that George Pratt and he were trying to figure out if Battaglia had used cotton balls or something as a part of their technique. So again, that's an artist I'm not familiar with at all, but I'm gonna do some research.
Dino Battaglia is crazy and use a lot of different like, I don't know, all the things in the studio to ink in the page. So it's amazing.
Well, and you have a few of his pieces. There's got to be some on CAF. I'm gonna have to look after the show and figure it out.
Sure.
Let's see here. Sorry, I just don't want to miss anything in the chat. But hey, Matt, we wanted to keep ourselves to 30 minutes, so that people could enjoy the rest of their holiday weekend. And I think we're a little bit past that. But we have 19 artworks available for sale today, and I think 6 of them are brand new, never seen before, never offered before, and the other 13 are pieces that have been on the website for a while. All of the pieces are marked down from what they normally would be, even the new pieces. And after we do the 19 and show those off, we will have 2 auctions for 2 commission opportunities. One that is a torso commission 9x12, and then also a A3 commission that would be on 11x17. It would be something that you would do at a show, more or less, close to full figure, that sort of thing. And we'll talk about all those once we get to them. But Matt, I wanted to let you kind of talk about, as far as the sales go, time payments, payment methods, cost of shipping, those sorts of things.
So first off, Anthony, can't wait to see you in Toronto. Agreed, but also not Forza Inter, Forza Juventus.
Ever.
Always. When I was in Italy, Simone was gracious enough. He took me on a tour of the Juventus Stadium, and I had never seen anything like it. It was amazing experience. Very, very cool. But back to the sales. So guys, very transparently, super happy. I don't know if you follow Simone on social medias, maybe you would have seen it, but Simone just got his first ever studio of his own. Just purchased the studio, going to be creating there for many more years to come. has to do some renovations. So we wanted to hop on here, especially for me. I always like to give Bill and Castra, as much business as I can. I love working with Kath, and we thought, hey, what a better way to hop on, offer some things that have been on the website, but at a discounted rate, and then debut some new pieces, even at a discounted rate. Get Simone some funds for him to be able to renovate his studio to his liking, to be able to make things for the rest of us all to be able to purchase in the future. So kind of a win-win. Very happy for Simone to have, his own studio and be able to create things for the future there.
Thanks,
and then
guys.
as far as the sale point of view, everything is going to be, I have the art here, or it will be brought to me in August and done when he's here. He's going to be coming in August and staying a month in, local with me. And we do package deals. The prices are already discounted, so you can make an offer, but they're pretty close to where they need to be. We will accept something, close. As always, free shipping from anything that comes from me. Priority 1 to 3 days, no matter if you're in the United States, anywhere. If you're international, then we'll talk about splitting the shipping. And the only thing is payment via PayPal. So whatever the price is plus the 4%. So you pay the 4%, but you still get the free priority shipping. So if anybody has any questions or wants to make an offer, I'll also be in the chat monitoring. When Bill brings them up, I'm kind of going to tell you a little bit about the piece as far as the character, the size, and maybe what it was for. And then Simone will tell you all about how he created it and, what it's from or whatever it may be from there.
So is PayPal the only option for payment, or do they
so PayPal is the only option for payment, or you could do a check. So those are the options there. I can do Zelle as well. If that's what you want to do. We prefer PayPal with the 4%, but if you want to do Zelle or you want to do a check, either of those work as well.
Mm-hmm. And shipping is always free.
Yep.
We like that, Matt. I think you.
Hey, I try to take care of. Listen, it's an expensive hobby. I try to feed. I'm not like Anthony. I don't send 500 packages a week. I'm not there yet. Maybe one day, but for now, I still ship everything for free, especially when it's on Comic Art Fans YouTube channel.
Well, we appreciate that. So, and Mr. Rejek posted a good reminder for those of you who are interested in buying something today. You never know, you might see something you like. Well, we would encourage you to hit the live button. If you're on YouTube, it's in the lower left-hand corner of your screen. That'll get you as close to live as everybody else who are watching. If you're potentially watching on Facebook or X or something, you can always just hit refresh on your browser, or I think in the app you can refresh too. Either way, and that should get you as close to live as everybody else. So that gives you as fair a chance as anything to potentially get a piece of art today. So I guess we could just dive right into it. Then we'll go ahead and show off what we have here. And I know this first piece is one of the new pieces that we have here. And I should say we didn't really follow anything like lowest to highest. It does sort of follow that, but
it's roughly there, but there's a couple ups and downs in between.
Exactly. So here, I'll go ahead and pull up lot number 1. And again, claims in the chat, just type the word claim and the lot number. And that's the way we like to get it done versus just shouting claim, because you can claim anything at any time after you've seen everything. So the word claim and the lot number, and away we go. So, all right, so let's take a look at lot number 1.
So guys, this is a new piece, but it's like, we'll go old but new. This is an 11 by 17 or A3 full Scream illustration. So Simone, how many years ago would you say you probably did this? 3?
3, yes.
3 or 4 years ago, and we were able to actually reacquire it and get it back. So we wanted to bring it on the show. The piece is absolutely stunning. All the tones going through it. I love the big moon in the back over the city like scape with the fire escapes. I think Scream's a very cool character as far as how Simone designed her here and all the different things going on. So Simone, for the Symbio collectors, why don't you tell them a little bit about how you created it and what techniques you use here?
When I draw this one, I start working at my best to the commissions, because I'm thinking that on this one, I'm thinking, okay, I love commissions because I'm free. So, and I can put some new technique, I can put some new ideas, no limits, I can do whatever I want. and I try to find a solution to create more deep and use the layers of screen to create the deep. So I use in front of you, and I try to create something really dynamic with all the pieces of glass. Just try to explode the figure and try to push out of the paper. So I love doing something like that, and I did a tons of job for this commission. Yes.
And to be clear, if you were gonna do something like this now, this would be in the 2,500 range. So because we were able to reclaim it back, it's a full A3. Completely done. We wanted to offer it at a very great price. So you won't see a piece of this size and this detailed amount of artwork from Simone for this price unless it's on this show today.
That is very true, because I know where the commission piece for the A3 is going to start. So, but yeah, fantastic piece, of course, very atmospheric.
Thank you.
And yeah, cover quality, Simone.
I love to do something like that because I'm thinking that, so I'm free in the commissions. I can do whatever I want. I can try to explore the character, and for each commission I study the character because I need to know the regions or more details to create something different. So I love to do.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and move on to lot 2. And I know the next 4 pieces are pieces that were on the site and have been discounted. So for lot 2, we have a page from Batman and Robin number 3, page 7, 11 by 17.
Yeah, so this page is amazing. Has Hush, Shush, and who's the main villain of the story, and then Batman in 2 of the panels. Really great layout. I love the close-up of Batman in the middle. And also, to be announced is, guys, just on this show here, what you see for Batman and Robin pages today on this show is what we have left. So there are no more Batman and Robin pages. So what you have, on the show today as we're going through is literally what original art Simone has left from Batman and Robin, correct? Yep. So, beautiful page, Batman, villains. Simone, take it away about the top panel here. Just truly amazing.
Yeah. When I read the script of Joshua, I'm thinking, okay, I need more time to create, but I'm thinking about as a cover. So the regions from Ash and Shash all together try to do some good composition to tell the story and to create the opposite. So Ash and Shash together as a same thing is a good I think I try to do a good composition for this panel because it's important, and you can see the original, so Ash, and just try to do my best, and a good close-up of Batman because it's like a intense moment. So just love to do.
And then here's the original. It's full A3, 11 by 17.
There, I can switch over to you. There you go.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Just a stunning page.
Definitely. And like you mentioned, this is all the art that is left from Batman and Robin. That's pretty impressive. I mean, it's pretty much you have less than an issue left out of all the ones you worked on. So that means there's a lot of your artwork out there in collectors' hands, which is a great thing.
Yeah, but also not every page was done traditionally, correct, Simone?
Yep.
So there's actually not as many pages out there now. We know, I do know that there's an amazing collector out there that has an immense amount of the pages, who is a very smart man. But not every page from every issue was done traditionally. So what you see is really the final representation of what Simone has from his run on Batman and Robin on the show today.
All right. Let's see. We can take a look at lot number 3 next, and this is a DPS, and you've got it priced to $1,500, marked down from $2,000. It's from issue 3, page 22 and 23. And I also made a large slide board as well. Yeah, because it's there's a lot to take in this one.
I love the layout here. I'm a big fan of Simone's Damien. I think Damien, when I think of Damien, this is how I view him. And I know Simone also loves Man-Bat, and what a really cool page here. You know, double page spread. Damien, Man-Bat swooping in. I love the manga style panels on the right side. I just think the layout's awesome. And Simone, the sponging up in the wings of Man-Bat is just absolutely insane. I mean, how long?
A lot of work. A lot of work. Yeah. Yeah, but I love to do these pages because here you can find in the color version what I mean about the red. So the new enemy arriving, Robin versus Robin, and I use the red to create more scary situation. And I try to use the wings of Man-Bat to create more deep and just move the panels because it's a strange situation, and just use the red, a lot of red, to create this scary situation. So I really love to do this type of work.
And then I have both of the originals here. I'm trying to hold them together best I can.
Let's see. Close enough.
I mean, they're absolutely beautiful. I mean, the amount of work that went into these is just second to none. And as far as double page spreads from Batman and Robin, we have 3 left. This is one of 3. So you'll see all 3 of them on the show today. But these are the only 3 DPSs that we have left from original.
Well, it's beautiful. And I do love the
Thank you
panel treatment on the right there as well. Just like cards falling. It's fantastic. Oh, let's see. Lot number 4.
I don't know why this page hasn't been purchased. This page is insane. It's my favorite page from the stories, singular page other than one double page spread. This is Simone's design of Man-Bat, and every single bat on this entire page is all done traditionally. Whether the up top third is done with white, in the middle, and the middle is done with ink, and then the bottom is thick colored pencil. Correct, Simone?
Yep.
Yeah, and then a huge. So you got a 3/4 of splash of Man-Bat, and it's like smart Man-Bat. He has his abilities. He can talk. He's like brilliant, and then a very big 1/4 vertical splash of a close up of Batman. This page is just insane. And if you want an example of Simone's work, his technique, this is an absolutely insane page.
Thank you, Matt. A lot of fun here, a lot of work, and a lot of fun here. Yeah. So and I love to do this version of Man-Bat because I can use some different poses from the original one, and as a gentleman. So I like to use the wings as I don't remember the English name. So what is the name of the type of? I don't remember. Sorry, guys, but yeah. A lot of fun here, and I love the expression of Batman here in some dangerous situation. So,
Simone, if you had to guess, Flo asks, how many bats do you think are on this page? If you had to guess,
I don't know. I just try to try to have a full page of bats. So a crazy day of work.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think we want to make a contest out of this one.
No, we're not counting breaks. We're not counting breaks.
But yeah, this is fantastic, really.
Thank you.
Far too many bats. On something like this, I imagine, I know it's going to take a long time to do, but I mean, I just feel like you're turning the page a lot to get in there and just keep drawing all these. I mean, it just seems like the ink's not going to be able to dry for you to move on to the next bat. You've got to keep moving around and working on different areas of it, right?
Yeah.
And I think it was Ram who had an awesome comment, because it's true. Like the bats up close at the bottom of the page are like very blurred, and then the bats in the middle are like in hyper focus, and then in the upper third, they're literally done with like what, Simone, like a whiteout pen or like a white paint pen?
For the one in
The
front,
very, very top, all the bats in the very top in the black. Is that all white pen over the black?
Yeah, exactly.
Which is just insane.
Yeah, I use a lot of things here, like a brush, ink, black pencil, white pen, white marker. So a lot of stuff here.
Very nice. We have another, I guess, second DPS is our next piece. So let's take a look at that one for lot 5.
So this is the car chase. This is super cool. Like, I love on this one because even before I read the comic, I had seen the original art, and when you have it in front of you, I think a great artist is able to tell a story without the words. And this scene has, even in the real, the published comic book, has very few word bubbles, has very few text. It's just a flat out car chase throughout Gotham. I just think it's really cool. You've got Simone, White Rabbit, Hush, Batman, Batmobile. I mean, you've got pretty much everything going on here. I think the layout is just absolutely unbelievable. It's just crazy.
Thank you, Matt. So yeah, when I read the script, guys, I'm thinking about a tons of work that I did of this double. But yeah, I love the dynamic sequence. So I just try to put all my storytelling, so details, fast car, or I don't know, screen, all powerful situation, all the thing that I think to create a powerful situation, I try to put inside. So and I use again the red for the scary situation, for the scary moment, to the cars, and to Batman that scream at shush something to talk about the situation. So it's something really hard to do. I'm proud of it because it maybe is my first time to the cars. Maybe yes. So I use a couple of days just to thinking how to create the layout, because it's difficult. But yeah, I'm proud of it, absolutely. So draw cars is always as a draw horses, so hard.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then this is the second DPS that we have remaining as well. And for $1,000 a page, they have, I mean, I love how it's like I love how the layout is. Top left is like the rear view mirror, then far right is like him hitting a button, then about to jump out of the car. Bottom right panel like is kind of highlighted in red with the gun to show the intense situation. But I think one of my favorite panels is actually the two middle ones in the bottom, with Shush and Batman. Like Batman completely shrouded, but you see the bullet from the gun, like I just think it's a stunning page.
I agree. This is fun. I mean, you see a lot of different artists using their storytelling on DPSs and how to, especially when they read from one page to the other and then back down.
Yeah.
And a lot of them do it in different ways. They might have that first panel in the middle that barely crosses over the edge, but yours is just incredibly dynamic. It's no straight lines, and you need to read it as
because when I read the script, so Joshua tell me very well the story, but I don't remember if Joshua tell me the bigger panel of the page. So I have to decide the bigger one and try to create a good composition. So I decide this moment because for me it's the best moment of the pages. So just try to do my best on it, and it's fun. It's fun, hard, but it's fun.
Very true. Now, what was the?
Larry's correct, and that was a typo. Jeffrey and Larry, that's a typo on me. It is.
Okay, because I'm looking at that now, and I'm like, that's what was in the spreadsheet.
No, they're correct. They're correct.
So 22 by 17 would have been the right.
Slide air, take a drink, no problem.
Well, I should have caught that. So yeah, we can blame me on that. But I liked Marcus's comment that we need more U.S. car commercials. You know, so what was going on there? All right, so I think we got three new pieces that we're going to be looking at next.
Yes.
And lot number 6 is the first of those.
This page is wild. This is one of the other one I was talking about, my other favorite page. This page is amazing. It's Batman and Robin number 9, page 4. It's Batman inside of Man-Bat's lair. So Man-Bat works upside down because he hangs upside down as the Bat does.
Exactly.
So it's just amazing. Batman chained up. The second panel is the whole outlook of the lab with the spherical, you know, computer room. The middle panel is just a massive close up of, you know, Batman, Man-Bat getting close to Batman, which you then see in the bottom panel. This one is, I love the layout. And to be honest with you, I've joked with Simone, you could frame it either way, right side up or upside down, and it would still make sense, which is absolutely amazing. The inks on this page, the layout, I just love this page.
And if you want to frame this page upside down, it's good. No problem.
So this one's never been debuted before. It's not on the site. Hasn't been. This is the first time you'll see it. It's an absolute stunner. You have Batman in every panel but one, which is the major panel in the middle with Man-Bat. I think just a very, very good. All the sponging, Simone, in the middle panel with Man-Bat is just crazy. All to give the texture of his muscle and his suit. Just really awesome.
Thank you, Matt. So yeah, it's when I read the script, I'm thinking, okay, if Man-Bat have an office, maybe he's upside down because he's a bat. So it's just something that I'm thinking, and I did. It's something good, something cool to do. So just I try to have more fun doing my work, and I try to find this type of solution, and I love it.
I like the fact that you even drew the items on the screens as well, because so often those just get left as white spaces, and the colorist would fill that in.
Yeah, looks like the DNA thing on the screen, and I don't know if you can see it, but in the middle panel to the left of Man-Bat, there's actually a full silhouette of Batman hanging upside down with his cloak, kind of like drifting off. I don't know if you can bring up the main art here, or the original art, I can kind of highlight it here, but I just love the amount of detail to that little small Batman hanging upside down with his cloak. I mean, just the amount of detail that was put into this page is just, it's bonkers. It's really, really crazy. Human Spider, I actually, not this one, the next page I wanted to keep. So if this next page doesn't sell, then I'm gonna buy it. So
yeah, I see what you're saying, because the word balloons covered the detail.
Well, exactly. That's why I wanted to show the original there, because the word balloon actually takes over that little Batman. So technically, actually, Batman is in every panel, but I love how Simone found a way to put him in there back in the very background of the perspective.
All right, well, we have lot 7 to look at next, and yeah.
This page is absurd. It's Batman and Robin, full battle scene, top panel, punching, kicking ass, taking names, and then landing at the bottom, bodies scattered, and back to back, father and son. I mean,
a lot of Batman Robin. A lot of Batman Robin.
You're a smart man. This page is. Thank you for saving me money. Honestly, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I felt the same way when I was reading the book. This was, and then seeing the page. It was it's just amazing. Again, we all love great panel layouts, but this one is just so dynamic, and even and the way it was colored, even it blows your mind. But the black and white is just incredible. I want to see this one in person myself.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you.
All right, no, we'll give it the old Albert Moy next.
Yes, let's move on to lot number 8 now. And this is the last DPS,
guys. This is the final DPS that Simone.
And I have the wrong size on it too, so you guys can yell at me for that. I didn't even put the typo in there, Matt.
Yeah, that's on me. This is the final DPS that Simone will ever create for Batman and Robin. So this is the last one.
Yeah, because I'm dead for all this work. Yes, for sure.
He's died. He's died. He can't. He has nothing left. So the full left page is a massive close up of Batman and Man-Bat, Moon in the background. And then the right is just some of the most amazing storytelling. All the individual panels of the fight scene. You have Man-Bat or Batman in literally every single panel. And I love the far box, the far bottom right panel, where Batman is coming up out of the ground and then being choked by Man-Bat. And it's the final DPS on the run, which is truly amazing. So I just thought, Simone, I mean, take us through how you did the layout of this page and how you chose to do one on the, almost solid on the far left, the two characters, and then introduce the battle scene on the right.
Yeah, so I just try to doing a double pages with a lot of things inside. So as a fighting sign, it's like full of things because a punch, another punch, and in the same times go down in the city, another punch. So I try to create more intense sign, and this is the reason because we use a lot of a little panel to create more intensity. So a good space to present the sign as a first panel, and after the smaller one to create more density and more action. So it's fun to do, absolutely fun to do.
I have the originals here where they're put together.
Yeah.
They're just wild.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's really a double page spread, but then you have all the panels on the second page effectively. I mean, it just draws your eye from one side to the next so well, and then
amazing
canting the panels at an angle like that. It gives you the a sense of action, and then the way you colored it too. It's like you said, going back between the red and the blue.
Yeah,
very, very thoughtful, Simone.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody's mentioned.
Now we will be moving into covers, correct?
Yes, I believe. All the rest of the pieces are covers today. So we've got 11 covers coming up,
which is awesome.
And James Henderson says the left side could have been a cover. Yeah, that's very true.
Very true, James.
All right, so we'll go ahead and start off with our cover set with lot number 9 from Brave and the Bold number 14.
Brave and the Bold number 14 with Booster Gold and the Jurassic League. 11 by 17, fully published cover. We had this on the website for 5,500, gonna go down to 4,000. Guys, I can't make it any more clear that you won't see Simone's prices this low for the rest of the year, probably into next year. We've also got back-to-back Comic-Cons coming up in August, so we really wanted to do this and try to raise some funds for the studio. But fully published cover from Simone for 4,000 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters on it. It's just a stunning piece. Simone, talk about Booster Gold here, because I know he's your favorite.
No, I love Booster Gold, and it's crazy. This cover, it's insane to do because I need to find the right position of all the characters out of this. I don't remember the name in English about the teletransporter. Maybe is the right. Okay, so teleporter, and try to grab a Booster Gold after, I don't know, maybe some adventure in the Jurassic World, and Batman see the sign like, why? What is it? So it's fun to do. A crazy composition to create here. I use a lot of diagonals with the character, with all the Jurassic League. It's hard, and you can find all the. I love the Jurassic League book from Daniel Warren Johnson and Juan Gedeon. So I read it, and I try to create my best solution for the cover. So an hard cover here.
And if you, Bill, bring me up for the OA, same thing, kind of where like the corner box is, it just kind of gets blurred. The amount of bats. I mean, this guy's really figured out how to draw bats really small and really plentiful in a small space. So
with the white hand.
Stunning. Yeah.
That is fantastic.
And I love how the whole Jurassic League's there, but Batman's still fine. Like, he's just like too smart to become Jurassic League, or did he go through the wormhole? I didn't read this one. Is that just regular Batman, Simone?
Yeah.
Yeah. he would obviously never. He would be able to figure out how to not turn into the Jurassic League or do something to go through the wormhole. So.
Well, it's beautiful, and was up on the website for $5,500. Offered at $4,000 for everybody in the chat today. So let's see, lot number 10, also on the website. Same price on the website, down to 4,000 here as well.
I believe this one just came out, Simone. Did this one just hit the stores, or is it coming out next week? I'm not 100%.
Yeah, it's coming out in a couple of weeks, because the past week is out Absolutely Power issue 1, and this is a variant cover for the regular series for the issue 2. So this is a character from the event, the summer event from DC. And I try to do, so this guy used the Aquaman power. So I try to create deep and powerful situation with the composition, a diagonal composition with the power of water. So try to create a really intense frame for this one.
Yeah, it kind of looks. I know somebody in the chat, Erlander, put thought it was a Skrull in an Iron Man suit. Yeah, it's like the absolute power cover. So this guy essentially is able to, from the research I did, like he zaps Aquaman's power. And from the back here, you get to see all like the raging waters that Simone put in. And I just think it's a really cool close up of the character. And I love the hand, as Anthony would say. And all of the sponging and streaking throughout the hand, and then when you get back, it really comes into complete focus. So just a really amazing cover. Super dope.
Thank you.
Indeed. And I did one thing we didn't talk about was, for those who claim any pieces today, I assume we're going to have them email Matt at Ditullio Art Collective at gmail.com after the show. So and that'll be where any inquiries, because we know a lot of people are going to be watching the show after the fact as well. That's where you can send your inquiries from, or you can just go to DitullioArtCollective.com and hit Matt up through there. And while you're there, sign up for his mailing list.
Yep, exactly. Thank you very much. And Human Spiders, it's an Amazo robot. This is a new initiative they're doing, a new launch. So this is actually the second appearance of this character from Absolute Power on the cover. So he appears in the first book, and then this is his first the cover appearance. It's the new DC event that they're running. It's a miniseries. So this is the big bad from the entire miniseries.
Very beautiful. And let's see here. What do we got? Lot 11 is our next one. Another cover. As we said, covers throughout for the rest of this. Lot 11 is from Batman and Robin 6. The cover from that. And it is marked down from 5,000 to 4,500.
This one, I know it's close to home for both Simone and I. I loved when we first started working together, he was designing this cover and making it happen. And I liked that he, if you're a soccer fan, he designed the Gotham High School logo on Damian here. So Damian is playing soccer in his Gotham kit. The ninjas, kind of ambush him on the soccer field here. And then you have Batman in the background overlooking with all the ninjas closing in. Batman and Robin cover, fully published, fully detailed for $4,500. Just a stunning piece. I love the sponging in the top of his hair, Batman all in the background. So Simone, when you were designing this one, how did you get here?
Yeah, the Gotham Academy squad for this one.
It's it's really cool. He did the full uniform patch on the shoulder.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
And for me, this is a tribute of one of my best anime when I was young. It's Capitan Tsubasa. It's a famous anime in Italy. I don't know if in US you can find. Maybe yes. I think yes. And this is they use the ball with this shape when. The ball is so fast. So I try to just do a tribute for this anime, and I'm a big fan of soccer, absolutely big fan, and I'm so happy about that. And I love to draw Damian as a football player. So perfect for me. I'm so happy about that. So it's one of my favorites for this reason.
And I have
Matt is holding that up. We'll go over here. There you go.
truly just a amazing piece of art. I love the Batman up here in the background over the moon. And then, as Simone said, the blur on the ball, the technique is just crazy. The sponge is a great example of his sponging on the fist there at the very bottom in the foreground. So just an amazing cover. And I think Simone said if this one didn't sell, were you going to keep it, Simone? You wanted this one?
Yeah.
Well, that I would say even the blades of grass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't notice that when I was looking at the scan, but when you held it up, it was clear that you put a lot of time into that as well.
I was about to get a red card. Yeah, I think once they brought the swords out, the red card was going to be given for sure.
Yes, you're getting grief about not calling it football.
Well, I'm sorry. Soccer, American football, or football.
Okay. Yeah.
My bad. I'll take the blame on that one.
All right, we'll take a look at lot number 12, and let me highlight that one. So Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing, number 5 cover, originally 5,000, now 4,000.
I think one of my favorite things to watch is the way that Simone creates the Joker, the way that he makes him his own. I think he's very slick. He's very smooth. And this cover is a great it's a great example of Simone's work. I love the perspective, laying back on the car. I love the heavy blacks around the Joker's midsection that then go down into almost a complete white into his pants. And like the shoe. I mean, Simone, the shoe. How did you do the shoe? That's what I need to know.
Yeah, just use a lot of time.
Just literally just focus directly on his shoe for 2 to 3 hours. And the blood crown on the top is amazing. Yeah, Jackson actually just popped in. I mean, I just think him laying across the front seat of the cop car looks like he, just conquered the police and is going to be taken off as per usual. I think Simone's rendition of the Joker is very, let's call it, new school, which I really like because a lot of the Joker drawings, these days are a lot of the same. I think this is just a really cool piece of artwork.
Yeah, I love to do Joker as an elegant villain. So because it's crazy, but I love to create an interpretation about the elegant of the dark side. So I love this cover because I did like 2 years ago, and I asked to DC to create this one because during all my period in DC, I never draw Joker before this cover, and I asked to my editor, "Hey Ben, I need to draw Joker because he's one of my favorite characters. So please, can I have a possibility?" And Ben tell me, "Yes, we can do a cover." So I just create a layout, and Ben tell me, "Okay, is amazing. So please do the cover." So, and I'm so happy
so this
because
is
I tried
first Joker cover.
I think yes.
Well,
I think yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think yes. Maybe I did. No, I did some Joker covers, but with a future state design, not the classic one. So it's the first time I did the cover with the normal design of Joker. Yes, for sure.
Love it. And you colored this one on your own, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the purples and how you did. I mean, just truly amazing.
Yeah, all the covers are colors from myself. Yeah.
And I have the OA up here for anybody that wants to see.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just a slick piece of art, that's for sure. And Tarek said that's an Italian designed suit. That's not like a cheap suit. That must be like Armani or Valentino, right, Simone?
Valentino, yes.
Lucky Lot 13. I forget which one this is. Oh, that's right. It's the Shazam 13 cover on top of being Lot 13. Priced from $5,500 down to $4,000.
I just love this cover. I'm a big video game guy. I love this. Reminds me of like when I was a kid playing video games until I passed out with the chips next to me, with the controller on my lap. It's a really slick cover, and it's one of I think it is, Simone, correct me if I'm wrong, your first time adding in the colors in the traditional piece. So you have blue colored pencil on the belt, you have the yellow colored pencil on the Batman logo over the top, and then the I'm Batman. So this actually is quote unquote a colored piece. It's the first time that you've put these in there, which is really awesome. So I love the shading. I love the idea of the piece, but I also love that you're, like I said earlier, trying something new here. So what was kind of the thought of for you to grab the colored pencils on this one and throw in pops of color on the traditional?
I used I use this possibility to try the pencil just because it's something different. So I'm thinking about doing the same effect. It's possible to do with a marker during a night of video games, and I recreate something that the amazing friends of Shazam create during the night. So I use this possibility to change technique for a cover, and I had a lot of fun here. So when my editors ask about a variant cover, a free variant cover, I'm so happy because I try to put inside some different situation in this way, something in this way. So a different situation for our superheroes, because I love to tell the story about the characters, and I'm just try to figure out something different. So Shazam is a kid, and use a night for play video games, eat some chips with friends, and after a long night, go to sleep and have an amazing friends here. Amazing friends.
I just think that I really think that the colors pop on this piece when you see the original in it. I mean, you can really see the blues here. The reds. I love the I'm Batman. And Erlander, if you'd like something, we do payment plans as well. So reach out. We can work out whatever payment plan we need, because I can't guarantee that if the prices would be the same post show. So if it's something you want now and you want to work out like a deposit and then work out a payment plan after, feel free to put that in the chat and we can try to work something out.
All right, well, we're going to switch over to a Brave and the Bold cover to issue 15. Also on the website at $5,500, marked down to $4,250.
Yes, Tarek, you are currently on a payment plan. Okay, Brave and the Bold, number 15. Batman, Green Lantern, and an alien. I'm a huge fan of aliens. They're obviously real. We're not alone.
Me too.
Sticking on that one until I die. So I love that somebody was able to do, a kind of an alien themed cover. Real big Batman with the beam me up Scotty ship behind him, the UFO, the flying saucer. But truly just a really great example of Simone's work. I love how did you get this composition, or your thought process of taking like the alien's head and then having that transition into kind of Batman's body? How did you get there? Because this is crazy.
Matt, I don't remember. So I just did this layout a lot of times, because I needed to find a solution to have a focus on the alien and on the Batman too. And it's hard because if you draw alien meet the Batman, usually in the same situation, you need to choose one character bigger than the other one. But for this cover, I needed to have all the characters as an important shot here. So I'm just thinking a lot of times to create these characters in a good positions with a good focus. So I don't remember the number of like layouts that I did. I don't remember. So good to see that the cover is done, and I found a solution. So I'm happy about it.
And in some cases, I know you've even said this about the, you know, especially the commissions where you say you're free and you can really run, but when you're kind of making it happen on something like this, are you taking as much time on like a day, 2 days, 3 days on a layout, or you know, as it takes to create? Like when you, how long does it take you for a complex design like this? 1 day, 2 days, 3 days?
No, I use 1 day first time, and after I send it to my editor, and my editor need to doing some change, and I redo another design and maybe some change. I think to create the pencil a couple of days, because it's an hard work to find the right solution with all the team. Because me thinking about one thing, the editors think about another thing. So we meet all the ideas and try to find the best solution. So more time.
Amazing. And then
Matt, you completed a offer that would happen in the chat.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt Simone, so we'll do that for the first one. But I did want to show this cover because the original here really does just it's like a flawless transition from Batman's torso right into the. I mean, it's very impressive.
The alien.
The alien.
The truth is
the big
there.
alien.
Would Maureen allow an alien skull in the house, or no? Like you can't. Is that
I might be able to get that past her. Oh man, but yeah, that's fantastic. And yes, congrats, Jim Keller, on picking up lot number 1. We all appreciate that. Let's see. I think we're sticking with the Green Lantern theme here.
Oh man, Simone, I'm just gonna let you take this one away because I know he's your guy. So you start talking here because this is an amazing cover.
This is another situation that I asked to DC to draw a character. So I just email my editor, hey Paul, I need to do a Green Lantern cover, and I send the email during a train trip with my iPad and create this composition and send to DC, and DC, okay, Simone, do it. So I'm so happy because I love Al Jordan and I love all the original, the origins from Al Lantern. So I just try to create a composition to talk about all the Al Jordan story, with the Green Lantern, with the original work. So with a good point of view and a lot of details, and try to create a dynamic situation, but tell all the story in just one image. So I love to do something like that because I need to focus to the stories, read a lot of books and the origins, and just put some ideas and try to have a lot of fun here. And I'm so happy about the composition. It's hard, but it's so fun to do.
I mean, I think the forearm coming down with the power coming out of the power ring, plus the lantern, the jets, the ring, the full figure.
Yeah.
I think you enveloped the full story of the. Yeah, exactly. Staff sense, you nailed it. I mean, this is it's your first Green Lantern cover. I know you put a ton of painstaking work into this. It's a great example of your work. It's Green Lantern number 15. Published cover. I think it's truly just an amazing feat of layout. I think your composition of how you get there and showing Hal in costume, out of costume, the jets, his background. I mean, just it covers everything that you need for Green Lantern. Hey, Human Spider agreed. Like, I'm not a big Green Lantern guy. This is like a situation with like Harvey about Aquaman and Simone about Green Lantern. Like, Simone loves Green Lantern. It's one of his guys. So
I love this guy.
A great piece.
Yeah, agreed. I love those dark vertical lines going through there, and then changing to the white below. Oh, and you've got the original light up there too. There we go. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's just absurd. Just just a beautiful piece of art. I mean, you're not too shabby at drawing Green Lantern.
Now we know. All right, we got lot 16 next. This is from Brave and the Bold 13, originally at $6 and now at $5,000. Wow.
Simone, is this your first cover that you've done with Deadman on it, correct?
And Nightwing, yeah.
And this is your first Nightwing as well?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, didn't know that. Simone, we have an offer here from Ram. He asked, any chance we'd go down to 4,500 on the Green Lantern cover instead of 5,000?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, if is a Green Lantern fan, I hope.
Yeah, I mean, if not, you might be making him one. So if
why not?
Yeah, if you're good with that, okay, great. Thank you very much, Ram.
Yeah, no, that's yay. Tina, that's Danny Hager is Rom, and so Tina Hager has approved. So that's always a good thing. And they're both watching right now. So wow, congrats, Rom and Tina.
Rom and Tina, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
That. It's a beautiful cover. I know you won't be disappointed. And for as far as this cover here, this cover is just insane. So it's your first cover with Nightwing, and then it's also your first cover that you did Deadman. And I love your rendition of Deadman. I think he looks super cool. I mean, very unique, flying through the city. I love the circus, background. You know, how did this piece come to be?
So I did the circus train because when I draw this cover, I studied the origins from Deadman, and I know the origins from Nightwing, from Dick, and I just read that Deadman and Nightwing have like a circus origins. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can put some Easter egg about that. And because it's a connection from the characters, and I love to create this deep. And so Deadman is so hard to draw, and for the first time I did that like I think to use like an half day to redo every time Deadman, because when I draw character for first time in a covers, I don't have the experience before. So for Batman right now is easy. For Nightwing is close to a Robin one, is easy, and I love the character. But for the new character that I did for the first time, it's hard to find the right shapes during my first the first time with the character. So I redo this a lot of time, this pose and this character, because I needed to find the right shapes, the right black zone. So thank you. So it's something hard, but I'm happy about that.
So two first-time characters on one cover. So you're doing that. You're trying to figure out. You know, I know you've drawn Nightwing a lot in your personal when you're doodling or drawing. But I really
because I love this character. I love this character.
I was about to say I know you're passionate about it, and I really loved how he looks different than Damian, which is very important to me as a collector.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they just kind of start to blur together. He has his own flair here. I love the costume. I love the movement from his weapon, from the string going all the way through into the front. Of course, you've got at least maybe 60, 70 bats on this page minimum. After I was in there, so I wanted to show the original because it's just close up on Deadman, and like, look at the car. Simone, look at this little car. How did you do that?
So I draw a city, and in a city you can find something in the street. So I need to put some details. But I use the bats in all my pieces because it's useful for me to create diagonals and to create dynamic situation and something that move in the background. So because sometimes it's hard to create a real background, and if you can see something move in the background, it's easier. So just try to use just try to study more technique to create more dynamic situation in the backgrounds.
I love it.
And well colored as well. So so we have three more pieces to look at before we get to the auctions for the commissions. The next piece is off the website. The last two pieces are new art drops for today. So lot 17 is from Batman and Robin #8.
I love this one. The composition of this is insane. The man bat in the foreground, but the bat too. The bat on the original right at the bottom is crazy. Then on the chains running through the piece, the bat up in the top right, which the trade dress does not do this one justice. That's what's very important here. I want to show the original is because there's like this stunning, beautiful bat that covers like 2/3 of the original art. That's all sponged. And then you have man bat in the foreground with Batman and Robin close-ups. Simone, talk a little bit about how you developed this piece with the chains and how you created this cover with Smart Man Bat.
So when I talked with my editor and Josh about the cover, they say to me that it's important to have an amazing man bat here because he's the main character of the issue. And so the problem sometimes is to find a solution to have all the characters as an important present in the cover. So the book is Batman Robin, so I needed to see the Batman Robin. So I just create this window with the chain because during the issue you can find Man Bat, grab Batman Robin. And I use this one to create this window and put Batman Robin inside to have a good composition, layout, and to tell us the story, just to tell the story inside the book. So I just try to tell the story every time when I draw a main cover because it's important for me that the reader that see this cover for the first time just try to thinking about the story. So it's art, is an art composition because every time I try to find not easy solution for myself because I hate myself. But yeah, every time is a good moment to improve myself. So every piece I try to push myself, and this piece is one of the most difficult for the series. But yeah, I'm happy. After a lot of work and a lot of days, I'm happy. So
like this bat, I can't believe they covered it with the trade dress. Look at this thing. This guy is just amazing. The bat. I mean, look, did you lay down? So when you did the sponge technique up here, did you lay down Post-it notes all the way through on each side? Jesus.
Yeah.
You're a wild.
Yeah. You know the technique, brother.
Yeah, but that I didn't think so. That's how you outlined up here with Post-it notes and then went through, or did you do each one, or did you lay them all down first?
No, I did a man bat first because it's the bigger one, and after the bat, and I needed to mask all. Yeah.
You definitely made yourself stay up later than you needed to on this one, but you made it a beautiful piece of art, which is the most important.
Oh boy, yes, indeed. But it's fantastic, and the chains as a framing tool for Batman and Robin was pretty smart there. I like it. So we have two more lots to look at before the auctions. These both are new, so pieces that are not on the website. The first one is lot 18 from Brave and the Bold 16, and this usually would be priced at $6,000 if it was on the website. Today it is priced at $5,000 just for our show today.
Yep. So this is a debut piece. This is not on the site. This just came out last week, Simo? 2 weeks ago, maybe.
Yeah.
I love it's Batman Brave and the Bold number 16. I love this one because it's the question. I love that it's a murder, a crime scene. The bullet casings. I love that even your signature is inside of one of the pieces of paper. And then they left the the cards all to be in the bat signal. So tell us a little bit about it. This one has a very like noir crime scene, like old school feel. I just really like it. I think it's a beautiful cover.
Yeah, I just when the editor asked me about a classic crime detective sign of about Batman, I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can not push myself on a crazy perspective as usual, but try to stay in like a classic point of view, but add some graphic technique as something that I love to create the bat signal and in the ground, and it's something that I love to do. It's hard to find a spot during my main cover artist because it's a graphic solution and tell a story in a different way. But in this time, me and my editor are really in about this idea, and I'm so happy about that because it's something that I really love to do.
I think this piece is just beautiful. And Carl, just so you know, not only you're not the only one living in the 90s, I had to look this up because I did not know that Montoya was the female question. So when I saw this, I had to do some research myself. But it's absolutely beautiful cover. And I really, like I said, it gives me like a major noir feel, and like use a lot of like Copics here in the background of the windows.
Yeah. Yeah.
To give different like feel of sources of lighting. I think it's just it's a really it's a feat of art here because how you did all the triangle, you know, posted cards, the bullet casings. I mean, did you even design the kitchen? You an interior designer now with the way that everything's laid out here?
Yeah. I tried to figure out the kitchen. Yeah.
So the original really accentuates you. You can see the use of the Copics in the top there, really just to give different grayscaling and different angles. And I love the point of view of the light source from the flashlights for both of them. So I just thought this piece was really cool. Hasn't been on the website yet. Wanted to offer it at a discount, but it's Batman. It's the question. It's a published cover. Really, really just an amazing piece of art.
Yeah, I love the kitchen and the room as well. It has a very Sid Mead kind of feel to
Yeah,
it.
yes.
Architecturally.
Yes,
yeah,
there you go. I couldn't think of a reference point. Yes. And now, if we liked this this one a different theme, the next cover I was super thankful because 2 days before the show we were able to, 3 days before the show we were able to put it out. This one is just absolutely absurd. The amount of detail on this cover is just beyond insane. It's Poison Ivy number 24. Simone has a good story about this one. I know somebody else earlier, I'm sorry, I meant to answer your question, that wanted to know what type of paper Simone used. So Simone, can you tell about what type of paper that you use on a regular cover, and then what type of paper you use for this cover?
So usually I use a Canson 250 milligrams. I don't remember. Sorry, guys. Maybe I have here. Yes.
1 hour on Ivy, 22 hours on the city.
Now I use this paper usually because I love the texture, and I can use good different shapes with the inks. But for this one is my Tokyo period. So so maybe Bill remember. So in the last live with Kev, I did a period in Tokyo for 1 month, and I did this cover in this period, and I used the Japanese paper. It's absolutely what is the word?
It has
Matt?
like a high sheen. And
Yeah.
it has like a very, it's slick compared to the Kinson
Yeah.
paper. So if you actually show the original art real quick, Bill, or my
Yeah,
screen,
because
I can
because
show you what it's like. So number one, here's the absolute power cover, and you can hear it. It has a little bit more thickness, but this one, it's actually thinner and it's much more bright and slick. It has more of a sheen, and I think you can really see how no filter, anything, the inks pop, how they just really pop off the paper here. I just think this cover, and then even the use of the screen tones up here, the arm in the foreground, and the hand, the detail, and I love the Poison Ivy reflection in the vial. And then the cityscape is just really, really absurd.
Yeah, I did this cover in this period with the Japanese paper with the screen tones because I tried to improve my technique in this way, and I did a couple of times the layout because it's an hard layout and it's an hard perspective to do. It's all hard here to do. So I don't know why I did something like that, but yeah, I'm happy right now to see. But I try to tell a story about poison ivy here. So this is a poison, or maybe no. Maybe try to save Gotham, or maybe try to distraction Gotham. So we don't know. Just see the image, just see that the action, and it's hard to do, but it's fun. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
I saw Adam had an offer. Adam, how many time payments would you be looking for? Because that would be a little bit of a dictator on being able to give the $500 off on top. What do you think? Could we do 2 or 3? If you could do 2 or 3, Simone, would you be okay with 2 or 3 time payments per month, 1 per month, starting this month, next month, and the following month for that? For the Batman in the Question, if he's willing to do 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's good. Thank you.
Okay, Adam, if you can keep it within 3 with 45, Simone's approved that one. So if that's something you can do, then we'd be happy to do that. It's a stunning piece. But I also, Bill, real quick, I wanted to show the back of this piece, because the Kinston paper, Simone, you don't really go through very often. You don't have the full bleed. With this, because it's thinner, you get it through on the back. But I mean, this is just when you texted me on Friday, you were like, bro, it's out. Can we put it in the show? I just added it in because it was done when you were in Tokyo and you're using a specific sheet of paper. I just thought this was a very unique piece. So really cool. Oh, Adam, congrats, man. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, congrats, Adam. That's a fantastic piece. Yeah, everybody's high-fiving Adam too. That's good. So there we made it through the 19 pieces that we were going to show off, and we've got 2 commission opportunities to close things out today, which
yes.
are you mentioned earlier that Simone is going to be in near you. He's going to be staying at your
in Wilson.
Yes,
my little baby town. Yes.
And that's for the month of August. So these will be done by the end of August, and during that period, you're going to a couple shows. I think you mentioned Toronto, and I can't remember.
Yep. So we're going to do Chicago. We're actually going to do a signing at a shop in Buffalo. They are very excited to have Simone come all the way from Italy, and we're working on some cool things to do. And then we're going to do Chicago and then Toronto, and then Simone is going to fly back, and then I'm going to try to come visit him one more time before the end of the year. And then we have very thankful. I know a lot of people saw some crazy stuff, but very thankful if anybody's attending New York Comic Con. Simone did get a table, which in today's world, this seems to be luck of the draw at some point, but I think he deserved a table. So very happy that he was able to get one.
Do you know which shop you're going to be at?
I'm not going to announce it yet because we haven't finalized the dates, but you'll see it on mine and Simone's Instagram. Yep.
Thank you for the question. All right, so we'll do the commissions now, and so there'll be 2. And I would just say, don't do dollar increments or anything like that. Keep them at 25, 50. That way we get to the end of the auctions quicker. And I would just say that don't try to snipe. Because remember, everybody's kind of at different time frames here. One person might be 5 seconds behind us, another could be 10. At the end of the day, if I say we're going to call it in 10 seconds, you might not hear that till it's over. So basically, you're going to want to just put a bid in there that you're most comfortable with.
Bill, coming from a guy who was just getting completely rocked the other night on Jiggy's stream, I was 0 for 5 before I got my first piece. Finally, I had to just start blindly claiming to get something.
Yeah, that was rough. That was
awesome. If anybody doesn't know, the next comic art, whenever they do a show, hop on here. They do Jiggy's got some amazing guys, but I never am that off. I was like refreshing on every computer and laptop I had to get back up to speed.
So hit the live button if you're on YouTube in the lower left-hand corner. But with auctions, it's more like, we don't want to leave money on the table, because if somebody's throwing a bid in there after we've called it, we have to stick with us calling it. So just keep that in mind. That's why we don't say, we say don't snipe. It's not gonna work out in your favor more than 50% of the time, I can guarantee you. And yeah, you can ask for Marvel characters.
I was just about to say, so #1 Marvel fan, these are commissions. We're gonna do a 9x12 torso, and then we're gonna do an 11x17 A3 convention style. So Simone has two versions of commissions at A3. He has a convention style, which is something that he would do throughout the weekend of a show. He only does one per show, if time allows. And then he has an 11x17 cover quality. So this is the convention one. And when you see the examples, they're not convention style. They're amazing. As he says, he always does his best, but can have any character. The only thing we request is, as long as it's not like a creator-owned character of like somebody's character, of like a Dungeons and Dragons or something like that. So as long as it's something within the realm of, not something that's a creator-owned, then more power to him. He just did an amazing Link from Zelda, which was just amazing. It was one of the best commissions I think you did for the last run. So you want to get creative, now's the time.
I'd like to see that. Hopefully it ends up on CAF.
Oh, I got a scan. I'll send it to you. It was amazing.
I'd love to see it. All right, well, let's go ahead. I saw there, a question was, about the figure. Just seeing the commission slide, we'll give it to you. It is for the first auction. Bidding starts at $600. It's a 9x12. It's a torso commission. I think we've seen a fair number of these that you had done for OAX, and that we've seen just at other times at different shows. But yeah, I see this and I think I wouldn't mind getting a Wolverine.
Yeah, this one, Simone, you just finished this. It was the battle damage Wolverine. I mean, this piece is, I'm not going to put word, you have to be very proud of this one, because this one is stunning. I mean,
yeah, I love Wolverine. So when I have the possibility to draw, I'm happy about that. So just try to spend sometimes every time to the commissions, because so talk about that. It's important for me to understand very well the character, to understand very well how it's possible to draw, how it's possible to doing my best representation of the character. And with Wolverine, it's easy. Because I know, but I did this job for all the commissions. So, and I put some background, I put some details, because I love to do. So just this one.
Yeah, that's fun. Even the background adds a bit to it, but with it or without it, that the figure of Wolverine is just done beautifully. Now, is that all? Is there any zipatone in this one? I mean, it's kind of hard to tell from the scan.
No zip tone, all gray tones with Copics, and yeah.
Beautiful. And these are drawings where, like I said, I know somebody put the foliage in the background, and I think one of the things that Simone really sets himself apart at is that you've heard him say it a lot, and it's the truth, is that he really tries to do his best, but with commissions, he's free of whatever's going on with what's in the story or the confines of whatever's going on with the issue. So, somebody that got this one, Simone actually did this one for a charity, and somebody won the charity auction. Dylan, he actually put it in the chat. Thanks for the Wolverine. Really grateful. So Dylan, thank you. But, he gets to do what he loves to do, and really gets to create here. And I think it shows through. So, when you get a guy that, his passion is drawing and creating these amazing scapes, these aren't just an average run of the mill torso. He does his research. He figures out, he reads the books to understand what's going on when he's going to do the commissions and the backgrounds, and really invests in them. They're great. Jamie,
I love to do.
We have an $800 bid in there, and I'll say 15 seconds, since the bidding was kind of going slow here, but 15 seconds should give anybody else the thought opportunity to throw an extra bid in there if you're so inclined. But we appreciate everyone who put a bid in there earlier.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys.
MODOK doesn't have a waist. That is true.
That is Modoc only a headshot rate? Like, is that like the deal?
I'm sure when Kazra was heavy into his commissioning days, he probably used that as leverage. It's
Exactly.
just a glass,
Well, my
right?
character really isn't a
yeah.
full figure. He's kind of just a floating blob.
Mhm. Let's see. Well, we haven't gotten another bid, so I guess we're going to go ahead and say this goes to Jamie or Jaime Kwong. Congrats. We appreciate
you.
that. Like with everybody else, it's a good time to remind everyone that if you claimed anything or if you win one of these commission opportunities, you're going to be emailing Matt at Ditullio Art Collective at gmail.com to set up payment and in this case, figure out which character you want. And again, congrats on agreed to pick up $800.
Great
So
job, Jamie. Thank you. Appreciate it.
This next one here, let's take a look at that. So this is the convention style A3. It's got 11 by 17. $2,000 is the starting bid on this one. I think, like you said, I think usually these start at $2,500 at shows
Correct.
these days. I'm pretty sure this one went to a somebody we all know, right? I think Aranga.
A Psylocke dresser, yeah.
Yes, exactly. That crazy man. But yeah, this is these are fun. And again, on this one, you threw into some cityscape. We get the chains. We get Ghost Rider, and yeah, very well done. And you said you only get to do one of these when you go to shows, typically.
Yeah, actually, Simone, this would be the first time, I was thinking about it before we got on this show, since OAX that we've offered this, because we didn't do it for any other conventions because of your workload. So this would be, since February, the first time that we've opened up an A3 commission opportunity. So really, really amazing. This Ghost Rider was done for Aranga for OAX. It's an absolute stunner. I love the way that this one turned out. I saw that Carl convention style be put into a sketchbook. Like, Carl, I'm sorry if I misunderstood. So you have like an 11 by 17 sketchbook that you would want to like mail me the book to have it put in. Is that what you're asking? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to.
I think so. Yeah. Carl has I think he's got 2 or 3 different sketchbooks that he's been getting work done in.
Jackson, thank you very much. Carl, you know me, man. If you trust me mailing me the book and you're okay with paying shipping to get the book to me, then when Simone is here in August, we could do the commission in the book, and then I would free ship you the book back. Would that work for you, Simone? Were you able to do it in like an 11 by 17 sketchbook? Would that hinder you in any way?
For the torso or for
for the big one, it's like a big book that he has that has like blank pages in it.
Yeah, it's a little hard. I can, but it's a little harder than the normal paper. But yeah.
Oh, because you're saying you don't know the paper?
Yeah, because I don't know the paper, and if I don't know if it's good with the Copic or for some. So the difficulty is this one. So I don't know the paper.
Carl, we would do our best to accommodate you. I'll say that if we got it and by some chance it didn't work out, then we would just do it on a regular sheet, and then I could even like photo corner it into the book for you if you want, or something of that nature. But I'll leave that up to you. It's the same color watertight paper you did on my Joker book. Oh, with the headshot with the card leading for it. Yeah, then that would work. That would work. I remember that one.
Okay. Yeah.
Then yes, that's good. But as of right now, Jackson is the highest bidder at 2. And guys, these start at 2,500 now. So right now, Jackson's at a great deal, and it's a great time to be able to jump. We do have a list of commissions that we have to get to, but we did want to offer, from the website, we did want to offer one on the show to be able to be done. So gives you the ability to kind of hop in front of, I think we've got 10 or 12 from the website, but we always want to do our best to give the calf collectors and the people that are willing to hang out with us on July 6th an amazing opportunity to be able to pick up a piece from Simone and have it done within a month and a half and shipped to you.
Yeah.
All right, we got a few different, few new bidders in here. Alan and
Jay Lim, I like that profile picture.
Yes, I love it.
don't want to miss the chance, folks. Human Spider is on point all day.
I know he's been. I really appreciate it. I'm like, he's answered most of the questions people have. I'm like, this guy.
Right. He could have been handling some of the color commentary during the show. I mean, he's done such a great job in the chat.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so we're $2,300 for this opportunity, and again, first one in a while that you guys have been able to offer. So we appreciate that. And remember, all the proceeds of the sale today is going to go towards making that new studio the perfect space for Simone to work in. So I hope that we get to see some process photos of the work and cleanup or whatever it is you have to. Yeah, great. Well, Jackson has come back in at 2,500 as well. So we're up to retail now. We're at the starting place. So that's thank you, Jackson.
I have to say something, Bill. When I sit in these chats and on all the CAF YouTube streams and I'm watching everything, I got to tell you, the guy that makes me laugh the most at everything is Marcus. He is a built-in, like, he makes me laugh so much in these chats. I don't know if I don't know him very well, so I don't know if it's like serious or not, but this guy just makes me laugh. Like, as soon as somebody puts in a bid, fair warning, shut it down. Let's keep it going.
Yes, well, he keeps everybody in stitches over on comicardfans.com as well.
Oh my God, with the show with him and Albert, him haggling with Albert was hilarious.
Poor Albert, but we'll say 15 seconds now.
Yeah.
I'll say fair warning, 15 seconds. Anybody who'd like to raise the bid over 2,500, now's your chance to do so, or we'll be calling this one for Jackson. Marcus is sick. Yes, he is. All right. And Carl says, I think Jackson's got this one. And I think we can go ahead and say Jackson's got it at $2,500. Thank you, Jackson.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Oh, see, that's Alan. You came in after we had called it.
Alan, sorry, man. We called it.
Yeah, sorry to say. This is where we say no. Just don't snipe. Don't snipe because it ends up. Yeah, Alan. We would have appreciated it if it was earlier, but we can't. So 2,500 to Jackson. Congrats to Jackson getting that one. But Alan, you probably will see Simone at a show sometime in the future. I think there's a few opportunities coming up in August. I think there'll be an opportunity in January as well. So other chances will be out there for those of you who are interested in picking something up from Simone. So I want to put the email address back on the screen so everybody remembers. If you've claimed anything today, won an auction, we need you to email Matt at Ditullio Art Collective at gmail.com. And again, if you're watching the show after the fact and you saw something that didn't get claimed and you want to make an inquiry, potentially, maybe make an offer, that you can do that. Same email address to contact Matt. He'll relay those inquiries over to Simone. And you never know what you can work out. Any final words?
Alan, reach out to me for New York. But yeah, Bill, same thing. I mean, we're gonna keep the prices that we offered on the show until like maybe Monday. So if anybody, we'll give everybody like 48 hours, give them, from that. And the pieces will still remain at the same price on the website. So the only way that somebody could get these from seeing the prices would be if you saw the show through Bill and then reached out to Bill or myself. And, we'll hold those prices until Monday. But then on Tuesday, everything's going to go, back to regular. And we're going to keep the art for the upcoming conventions that we have, for the end of the year.
There you go. I can recap everything real quickly just to show people which pieces are still available. And just to remind you, we've got lot number 2 and behind the email address here. So we had lot number 2 still available.
That's right.
And that's a fantastic one, priced at $1,000. And then we have the first DPS. It's priced at $1,500 as lot 3. Lot number 4, $1,500 as well. Great splash page here. And from Batman and Robin 4, page 12. And lot number 5, another DPS, just fantastic car scene here, priced at $2,000, or I should say discounted at $2,000, and the size is actually 22 by 17, not what I wrote in there. Then let's see, lot 6, let me highlight that, from Batman and Robin 9, page 4, priced at $1,250. Lot 7 did go to Dylan. Congrats on that, Dylan. We have lot number 8. DPS again, and this one is 22 by 17 from issue 10, page 4, and it's priced at $2,500. And we have what do we got next? We have number 9. This is the cover of Batman Brave and Bold 14, priced at $4,000. Lot number 10 is the cover to Absolute Power number 2, priced at $4,000 as well. And we've got Batman and Robin number 6 cover. Lot number 11 priced at $4,500. Then the Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing. We talked a bit about this one. Very, very awesome, and priced at $4,000 for lot number 12. And lot 13 is that Shazam 13 cover, priced at $4,000. Then of course Rom got lot 14. Congrats on that one, Danny. So
that was amazing pickup. This cover was stunning.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I wanted to show that one again, and I skipped one. I'm sorry. This one here is lot number 14 at $4,250. It was 15 was the one that was claimed by Danny. I jumped the gun. So then we have 16, Batman Brave and the Bold number 13 cover, priced at $5. Lot number 17 is from Batman and Robin number 8. This one's priced at $5 as well. Adam Gorlin got lot number 18. And last but not least, we have Poison Ivy number 24 cover, priced at $5,000. There we go. We did it. Well, listen, everybody, we appreciate you hanging out with us this holiday weekend. This was, as always, a lot of fun, definitely. And Simone, thank you for taking the time. I know it's a little later where you're at, but
yeah,
again,
no problem.
Like to hang out with you again.
10 p.m. 10 p.m. is good. It's good.
Oh, you're just getting started.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's a night owl. He's fine.
All right. Well, as I mentioned earlier, please, if you claimed anything, email Matt at Ditullio Art Collective at gmail.com. And anybody watching after the fact, if you have any questions or want to make any inquiries on anything, please email Matt as well.
No, and by the way, I saw somebody just put you can post the Green Lantern cover wherever you want because the solicitation's out, so it's not released yet. Yeah. But the rule is once it's solicited, you can post it wherever you want. So feel free to post it. It has been solicited, but it's not printed yet.
Got it.
But thank you guys very much. Bill, thank you for hosting us as always. It's always a pleasure. Happy 4th weekend. Thank you for all the, I think at one point we had 130 people in here. Really appreciate each and every one of you. And I look forward to being on the show again sometime soon.
You got it.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Bill.
Thanks, guys.
Take care, everybody.